Okay, right. Okay, now we're working. Okay, that's working. Just double check and make sure that he. Oh, I don't know what it is. As soon as I've gone live, it's dropped out again. Elgato audio. Let's just hook that one up as well. Okay, that's better. Don't know why it did that, but I think we're good. I think we are now back. Hopefully we are back. Good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Can I just get a, just Tom, I was just looking at that one. No sound. Hopefully it is now working again and we will be good to race. Not very many people in this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever it is, wherever you are. Morning, afternoon, morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. Oh, whatever. Yeah, let's just do a race starting at 10 past. Yeah, not very many people in, so we'll see how we go. If we get a few in, we'll stick with private. If we don't, we'll go public. We'll see how things pan out in this one tonight. Keeping it fairly casual. It's a Monday, had a long, hard, tiring day today, like many of us will have done. Back on a Monday morning, and yeah, it's been pretty busy. And so yeah, we'll see how we go tonight. I'm going to keep it fairly casual. We are going for. There's a lot of stuff on over the weekend. As in, why on earth is that black box so wide on here? There is something not quite right tonight. Let me just see if I can very quickly where do I need to go into here? Transform. We'll do an edit transform, and hopefully I can just crop it in from the right, maybe. Let's just have a little look and see. Let me just lose my gloves. Let me just have a little look and see what we can do here, because something is not quite right, and I'm going to see if I can just fix this, because otherwise you're not going to be able to see some of the information. Edit transform. Let's just bring this back over. Not quite sure how far I need to go. That's too far. I'll get it just roughly where it needs to be, and then I will leave it alone. Probably around about 800, I think. The one on the bottom seems to be fine. Very confused. But there we go. That's a bit better. Now at least you will be able to see some more of the racing information on the screen. Sorry about that. But there we go. Right, so while I'm messing around, we've got Grenster, Pork Pie, and Stiggy is in. In the chat, we've got Drat Fury, who I've reached out to, and Tom. Tom, you're going to need to get access to Tom. Yeah, you need to pick up the lobby code from Discord as I go public. Sorry about this. More admin stuff. And if I do an exclamation mark join, that's going up there. I can see that Tom's in as well. Banana Head is in. Good evening. Rita's in too. Good evening. She's just joining the lobby as well. So we've got about 4 minutes before we go. Tonight, I'm not necessarily going for the fastest car. I'm just out to enjoy myself this evening. That is the main thing that I just want to do. It's been a tough old day, busy day. And Joe's also talking about, now we're back, or I'm back from being away, that she wants to start getting into some decorating and stuff, which is my worst nightmare. I hate decorating. And we moved into the new house just over a year ago, so now she wants to start getting some colour on the walls. Yeah, I know, I've told her we should wait 2 years, but looks like she's going to get her own way. So there's some testers going on the walls, and the some of the building work. I've just got to get some of the sanding of the door frame and get all that finished up. So looks like we could be busy over the next few weekends. But for now, I'm back doing what I love doing. We are racing. We've just got a few minutes before we hit this one off. Whoa! Okay. Coming out of there in second was not good. Lighting up the rear on this BMW. Whoa, jumped that curb a little bit too much there as well. I'm taking that corner all wrong at the moment. I know I'm just too slow in and then not carrying any speed at all through it. Good evening, Rita. Good evening to Grandstock. I can see that Dong is in as well. A little bit better going through there. Whoa. Right, where are we? 9 minutes past. We're going to be going in a minute. Just jump out of here and see where we are at. Okay. Right, so we've got Grenster, me, Rita, Dong, Pork Pie, Stiggy, and Nixie are in the room. So 7 of us for this first one. We'll see how we go. Tom's just saying, I don't have Discord, sending you a mail. I'll pick that mail up this evening after I finish the stream, my friend. But Discord is now mandatory for everybody. You've got to be in Discord, otherwise it just is not going to work. The way that everything is set up now at PSR and many other racing communities, Discord is central to everything that we do. So unfortunately, I've lost a few really valued people that I loved racing due to the fact they won't embrace Discord. And unfortunately, I've made my decision to embrace it, and it is now central to everything we do. So yeah, I'm afraid it's either a case of you get it installed, use it, or like I said, there's no other way you can get the code. There is no other way you can get the lobby code. I have had a few people say, but hang on a minute, can you not just email it to me every night? No, because with over 100 people that are now registered to race with PSR, I'd end up having to email over 100 people, which would be crazy. So I put it up in Discord, one place, just before we start streaming, and the lobby is live. And then that is it. It's there, everybody can get it. One central place. Whoa! Big old slide under braking there. Behind Grandstad in dirty air. Fine again there. The back end of this BMW is like it's on ice. Rita with the fastest lap, the 56.7. I can read the numbers right now. So Rita out front, Grenster second, Dong in third. So we've got the P1R racer is splitting the two TCSRL racers. And I've got Stiggy, one of the outlaws, coming down really, really hot behind me. Oh, Stiggy, don't go round. I think I might have just helped him there. Just managed to push the nose of that car around. The other outlaws just in front of me now. We've got the Jaguar and the Aston Martin. Gwen's front showing me that the BMW is a good car. Jack Kobe does this quite often as well. Bumps into it. He said, look, you can win in it if you're quick enough. I'm not a quick enough racer, but I do enjoy it. He goes up, shifts going early. Grenster out front, Rita second, Dong third. Two TCSRL racers having a nice battle for second and third at the moment. I can't quite stay with Stiggy and Pork Pie. They're running away from me at the moment. Stiggy on the grass there. Final lap. Is there anything I can do to close down the two guys in front? Under a second. 7.5 off of Grenster. Grenster's been a whole second a lap faster than me around this one. Doesn't quite close up on Pork Pie in front. Whoa. So it is Grenster in first, Rita second and Dong third. TCSRL guys showing the way. Like I said though, I'm just enjoying myself tonight. Just out to enjoy myself. Let's save the replay. I will share it. Need an R in there. There we go. All right, here we go. Your result there, Grenster in first, a 49.309. Rita in second, a 49.829. Dong in third with a 49.680. Stiggy fourth, Portpie fifth. I got sixth, Nixie in seventh, and Grenster with the fastest lap there, 49.309. Well done to Grenster, Rita, and Dong for the first one. Right, Grenster, combo please. Let's see what we will be running for this one. What am I trying to do? I really shouldn't do admin whilst I'm trying to do streaming. Bear with me a second. Right, where are we? Let's is Grenster put a combo out? If not, I will grab one. Rita's passed it. Sorry, Grenster's passed it on to Rita. I'm just waiting for a moment. Grand Valley Highway 1, we're off to in the GR3s. And obviously, if people want reverse, they're going to need to let me know to go reverse. So if you don't say reverse, guys, I assume it's the normal way round, as in clockwise rather than anti-clockwise. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to go with the BMW M6 for this one. This is another one of Rita's really good tracks. And we will start this one. This one's going to be starting at 25 past. I want to get a few races in tonight. I normally do, I should be doing 10-minute between races so people can put lap times in, but I'm going to do 2 laps and see how we go. That way everybody will be able to get ourselves sorted out, get a lap in, see how we go. I don't know what is up with me at the moment. I cannot keep the back end in check on these cars right now. The moral of the story is don't take a 10-day break, which is actually more like 14-day break actually. a little bit before when I'm braking for that one. Oh, no, too deep. Right, Rita might have aborted her lap then. She's coming out the pits in front of me. Still going too deep into that corner. I wonder if I'm doing my old trick and coming off the brakes too early. Good evening, Ollie. How you doing, mate? Whoa. Right, that should be everybody pretty much has had now time to do an out and a flyer. So we'll see how we go. Stiggy at 151, I've got a 153. Not seeing many others up there. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, Ollie. Busy day today. I'm feeling a little bit shattered, if I'm perfectly honest. But on the whole, pretty good. Pretty good. Right. I've got a bit of admin to do, but I'm going to do that in a moment. I'm just launching the registered racer spreadsheet so that I remember to do this. Otherwise, the way my head is, I will probably completely forget. Yeah, we'll see. So let me just put this in here. So, right, so we've got Collar to Tom, Granster, me, Rita, Dong, Outlaw Pork Pie, Stiggy, Nixie. Ollie is just joining us. So as soon as Ollie is in, we will go racing. YouTube name is... Okay. Let's just save that away. So I've got partial information. Limit that one down there. Okay, Ollie is in. He's gone for the 911. Let's get this one underway. We'll see what we can do. So 6 laps. I'm doing 6 laps for every race tonight, regardless of what we're doing. 6 laps. And other than obviously if we do the Nords, if somebody shouts out the Nords, then I will be changing that so that it will only be the single lap, obviously. Or maybe we'll do 2. Depends on the car. Depends on the car. Right, so we're starting down in 7th at the moment. And we are slowest first. So Ollie, one of the quickest guys, or one of the quicker guys in the room, is up front. Let's see what we can do. Oh, he's pulled off to one side. I have a funny feeling he's going to put in a good lap for the next practice session. Stiggy in front, Gr.x out front. Again, another one of the really quick guys out front at the minute. Rita's in 2nd. This is her race here, her decision to run this one. Terribly slow off the mark there because I tried 3rd gear, because I'm worried about this back end going round on me all the time at the moment when I'm coming out these corners in 2nd. But 3rd gear absolutely bogged down there. Stiggy taking an early bath there. Popped across to have a look at a spectator who's calling on the barrier there on the left hand side. For once I wasn't involved with that one. Rita's clinging hold of the back of Gr.x. Not a lot between those two right now. Oh, back end again. That's let Dong through. In the Hurricane. And he's put pork pie on the back of me too. I tell you why, that's going to be part of my issue. I turned that off because of the Friday night special that we did. Oh, wow, was that a Friday night special? Was brilliant. Loved every minute of that one on the rallies. I wasn't very good, but still had some great races. Did manage to win one of them on Friday, which was really nice. And just realised why we are losing the back end a little bit on the exits. Too deep into that one. Just let Dong run away. Let's go. Ollie behind me at the moment. I'm just staying over the left hand side to see if he got the pace to come through. And then see if I can follow him to catch up with Dong again. See if Ollie can pull me forwards. not opening that corner up enough. Hey, good evening, Nick. How you doing? Hope you all had a good weekend. Thank you for joining me this evening for some more lobby race action. I am going to be getting back into the daily races, but it will be in September before I'm going to be able to do those races. Alto, good evening, how are you doing? Long time no see. Wow, 26 people in. Guys, if you haven't already, could you do me a favour and hit the like button on this video? Because with that number of people, we're in danger of doing a 50, you know. But thank you all for jumping in and saying hello and for joining me on the stream this evening. It is very much appreciated and your support is greatly valued, I promise you. The question is whether I can reward you with some decent entertainment this evening. Hopefully that decent entertainment will be in the form of some decent racing rather than me being the clown and the fool that I often am. We're in 5th at the moment. Rita's out front ahead of Grenster and Dong in 3rd, and then Ollie in 4th. I'm 5th at the moment. I'm desperately hard to stay with Ollie, but as you can see, 1.78, 1.8, he's going away from me fairly quickly. Whoa. Almost another slide there with 2nd gear. Pushing track limits through there again. Oh, Nico, you do come out with some great one-liners. That is such a good one. That is a good one. Ollie is pulling away constantly at the moment. Oh, that's a penalty. I got to wheel over the line through there on that occasion. Going to put me in the, well, put me way off the back of Ollie. I think we're okay behind, although I think we might actually got away with that. I don't quite know how, but we definitely seem to have got away with that one. Oh, sliding through there, trying to take a deeper line, but I'm not getting onto the dirty road, I think. Dirty part of the track, and it's just sliding. Talking about dirty side of the track, anybody see the Formula 1 at the weekend? Oh my word, that track, I'm surprised on the grid they weren't out there with leaf blowers blowing all the dust away. Poor old Lando got hooked up on the dirt on the first couple of corners and thought it was going to be his race over, so he did really well to come back for a win. I was really gutted for Lewis Hamilton. Yet another penalty. I don't know, he just can't get any luck at the moment. I'd like to say I don't know what it feels like, but the amount of penalties I get in Gran Turismo, I'm rivaling Lewis Hamilton right now. For our Piastri with a gearbox issue, and George Russell being punted out. It's sort of, I don't think it's really affected the championship that much, but a few more like that and it could really close things up a little bit. But it was a good race otherwise. Well, the highlights were. think if you watch the whole of the race live, I think there were quiet periods in the race, but good to see McLaren back on the top step again. And I'm not a great Max fan, but I am a Red Bull fan, so it was nice to see the Red Bull on the podium as well. I think Max did well and truly drive a good race, all things considered. Hadjar did a good job too for the team in backing everybody up into Max when it mattered. Unfortunately, he couldn't quite keep Lewis behind him when it really mattered. But there we go. Hello, Captain. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for popping in and saying hello. God, everybody seems to be back tonight. Hello, Trigger. Chicken Yoga's in too. Good evening to you. Wow, so many people. Yeah, Nico saying Hamilton's issue is that the car seems to be really unstable mid-corner, which is forcing him out wide. I also think if you listen to the radio messages backwards and forwards, I really wonder whether he's settling in there, because it does seem to be he wants to do one thing and Ferrari want to do something else. And I think that there could be a little bit of a loggerhead situation there. But Rita was the winner there, 0.3 ahead of Grenster and Dong in third. So the TCSRL guys are really handing it to us tonight. They really, really are. Wow, that was great. And Grenster's just saying you got some great defensive moves, but you also defended that hairpin to the last lap for no reason. Absolutely brilliant racing up front. And well, I do believe that Rita's going to be picking the next one. We can't have the same one again, Rita. You're going to have to pick something different. Right, let's get this one underway and see what we can do with the next one. I need to get into the finishing order before I get too ahead of myself, and we'll see how we get on. Whew. It's warm in here tonight, I tell you. I've got the fan going full blast, but it is warming up on track as well as in the room. So Rita was your winner with a 149.583. Grenster in third with a 149.610. And Dong in third with a 149.811. So TCSRL 1 and 3. P1R in second. Ollie was the fastest of the PSR guys and the fastest lap with a 149.307. So really tight between those top four with regards to fastest laps, and only 5.5 seconds between them. I managed to come in fifth, which I'm quite pleased with. Outlaw Port Pie in sixth, Stiggy seventh, College of Tom in eighth, Nick C in ninth. Top three for that one. Rita, who seems to be on fire tonight, Grenster and Dong. Well, let's see, where are we off to now? Dong can have it, right. The problem is, I'm not sure if Dong is in the YouTube chat. He might be. Yeah, Ollie, fastest lap, my friend. Alto, when I picked up my motorcycle, it only had 3,744 miles on it. And, oh, he is in the chat. He is in the chat. You're going to regret this. What combo are we going for, Dong? What are we going to go for? What are we going for? This is going to be fun. What is he going to choose? What? Always winner chooses tonight. That is the way we're going to go. A 1985 Honda V30 at Magna. What's Magna? Magna. Magna? There's Maggiore. Somebody help me where Magna is. Yes, Marina. I don't know what Magna is. Oh, Laguna. Sorry. Laguna Seca. And with GR3s. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a good one. There we go. This is going to be good. Oh, I'm reading the wrong one. Alto Animal says it's a 1985 Honda V30 Magna. There you go. You see, I don't know my motorbikes. I had an NSR, Honda NSR 125R and a Honda Fireblade. And that's about as good as I get with motorbikes. But there we go. Right, we are going to go this one. This race is going to be starting at, I'm going to start this one at 10 to the hour. This one. And we've got Tom, Grenster, Rita, Outlaw Pork Pie, Stiggy, Nixie, Ollie, me, and Dong. Rita stay. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to stay. Right, let's get out there and see if we can move ourselves a bit further down the order, because otherwise I'm going to be right at the front, and I don't want to be at the front. We'll see how we go. Guys, if you haven't already, if you could please smack the like button for this video, I will be very, 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 very grateful. Very grateful indeed. And if you haven't already, please pop in the chat and say hello. We've got lots and lots of people saying hello tonight. It's a busy, busy old chat room, which is really nice to see. Start of a new week and all that. Oh no! Oh, I thought I had that corner beautifully there. Alas, not. Alas, not. I really thought I got that nailed. And then we just got out on the gravel there. Oh, I tell you what, I'm there. Tell you one of the things I need to do. I can't do it there. Let's just exit out of there. I am going to just set this back. Oh, I will do if I get the right one. Assist settings. I'm going to set my traction control to 1. There we go. I always think about Jeremy Clarkson when I'm at this track, when he got a PS, whatever it was, 3, 4, whatever, and he was going round and round and round and round and round here, setting good times, and then they shipped him over to America, to Laguna Seca for him to jump into the exact same car and see if he could match his lap times. That was when he proved that the fear element in motor racing is all important, or the lack of fear, I should say. He couldn't go as quick, as hard as he tried, for fear of crashing. Whoa, got a bit deep into that one. Did it on a PS2. Gran Turismo 4 with a classic NSX. I thought it was an NSX. It was a great, great little exercise. We did loads and loads and loads of laps at home. I mean, lots and lots of practice. Really, really interesting. The way I'm racing tonight, it's a good job I'm on a PlayStation and I can just hit the reset button. Right, just coming up to time. I don't think I'm going particularly quick here. Gren still with the fastest lap at the moment. 1:23.9. Alto's just saying you've got a smidge of fear. But that can't be ruled yet. I think the slightest little bit of fear and can be the difference in motor racing. Right, I can't go any further into this one, so not sure how we're doing in this, but we have got Ollie is going to be starting in the Porsche GT3, the 992 model. College of Tom has gone for the GTR Nismo. Grenster's gone for the BRZ, the Subaru. That's going to be good. I'm in the M6 Endurance. Rita's also in the Endurance. Dong is in the Hurricane GT3. Gone for a pink car this time, so that'll be one to watch for. Outlaw Pork Pie in the Z4 that I was thinking about doing. Going to be very interesting to see how that one goes. Stiggy is also in the Z4, and Nixie is in the 911 GT3 992. So fair old mix of cars there. Good to see a couple of Z4s. And we've also got a couple of 992s in there. So yeah, should be a good race this one. And Alto says you've got to have a smidge of fear, but it cannot rule you. This coming from a guy who used to run a 750cc bike around a track. Oh my gosh, you got to, yeah, you got to remove your fear on a track on a bike, because that's crazy. At least if you crash in a car, you're somewhat protected. Crash on a bike, and you're hitting the tarmac hard, very hard. And when you see some of those guys that come off and go bouncing down the track, you really wonder what on earth possesses them to do it. But they, I couldn't do that. I could. Well, my little 125 NSR thing that I had, I was crazy on that. I was absolutely just on the public roads. How on earth I didn't kill myself on there, I do not know. I ripped the pegs off it twice. Right, let's go. Let's go. Where are we? Oh, we're starting third. I thought we were slowest first. How on earth is Rita out front when she's winning all the races tonight? Maybe I haven't got it fastest first. Slowest first. She's really been on it tonight. I am chasing the moose. And that's a mouse, not a moose. Just managed to get up the inside of Stiggy there. Oh, there might have been a bit of a bump somewhere. Somebody just backing out there big time. Right, let's knuckle down. There's my teammates out front. Nixie's second, I've got third. There are some very quick guys coming up behind. He's on a flyer in that Z4. I do wonder whether the Z4 would be a good car around here. Or he had a bit of a Bit of a back end moment there. Oh, he broke earlier than I expected there. Just caught the back of him. Sticky all over the back of Nixie at the moment, and while they're fighting, Rita's running away up front. Oh, I'm in the gravel. Dirty tyres now. Gr.x are through. Dong's through. It's a big old queue of traffic right in front of me now. In the meantime, Rita is running away. It's got Lando Norris round for tea or something tonight. I think she might have. Oh, 1:31.1. She's flying. And Dong thought that she wouldn't like this one. Come on, Ollie. We need one of the bigger arm on the gravel again. Let's just let this car through. Let Tom through. I'm clean up my tyres. I think Lando, I'm sorry, don't scratch that. Rita needs Dong up with her at the moment, helping out. Ollie's just managed to slide through into the lead, and Gr.x is nipping at the heels, I think, in third now. Dong in fourth. Tom just got through past me when I was having another little play in the gravel, building more sandcastles. Let's try not to do that this time. Almost did. Oh, I'm going to again this time. And he's running away from me at the moment. Yeah, I could do to close up. No. He's going away further. Slightly better corner there, but not enough. On the grass again. Pushing this as hard as I can to try and catch Tom, but he's 1.12 seconds down the lead, down the road at the moment. He does actually go 2 seconds ahead now. We go across the line, start lap number 5. We've got to find some serious time here to catch him. I mean, staying out of this gravel up here. Still 2 seconds. 2.1 now. Back to 1.9, but Tom is matching me for pace. Oh, he's off. He's in the gravel. The commentator's curse possibly kicking in there. I'm not quite sure. There was a yellow flag for a moment there. Rita finds herself in third now. Ollie out front, Dong second. Oh, I'm in fourth. Rita's 6 seconds down the road. So unless I can find 6 seconds in this lap, I don't think there's any chance I'm going to be able to catch Rita, although I was 2 seconds a lap faster on that one, I think. I think Tom did gift me that one. Might commentate the next one. Haven't commentated one in a while. Depends what the combo is, of course. Ollie running away with this one now. So at long last, PSR back on top. Whoa! That's possibly a penalty. Right at the end there. Pushing really hard to try and catch Rita and risking everything. Got away without the penalty, but got the gap to 5.4. Not nearly enough. Ollie with the win, Dong second. Rita did get third. Oh, we're still off the podium. On this track, you've got to get a little dirt on the tyres to get a good lap time, says Alto Animal. Was expecting someone to run a 23. Well, I don't know who got the fastest lap there, but Ollie was the winner. Dong 4.5 seconds behind, and then Rita 8.8 behind, and I'm 14 back. Oh. And then Stiggy was only a couple off me, and Port Pie a couple off him, so Ollie got to 22. There you go. Ollie's quick. Ollie's one of the quick guys. Ollie and Grenster, quick ones. Well, saying that, Rita, really quick tonight. Really quick tonight. I might have to look at some of her replays and find out what's gone on. In fact, what I might do, I might actually launch the replays, and I might have a look at the replays from this week and the replays from next week, and I'll see what the difference is. Maybe I'll do some analysis and prove that she's got Lando Norris round for tea tonight, I think. Oh, Tom lost it on the last lap. Ollie says, Rita, I hope the overtake was okay. I saw you went, he said meant deep, I think went deep, and tried not to squeeze you. And Nick C, good race, can't hold you lot for a long. It's all good fun. Right, results. So Ollie with a 1:22.458, fastest lap by some margin I can see there. Dong in second with a 1:23.329. Rita St James in third with a 1:24.358. I got fourth. Stiggy in fifth. Port Pie in sixth. Nixie seventh. Grenster in eighth. Tom in ninth on that one. Ollie, Dong and Rita 1, 2 and 3. So once again, the TCSRL guys monopolising the top step. And yeah, all good. Ollie, I need a combo, please. And we'll see what we get this one. I might race this. I might commentate it. Not quite sure. We will see. We will see. Ollie says, Rita says, all good, Ollie. I have that track nailed. She forgot to put the word nailed at the end of that. Oh, no, she didn't. I hate that track. Who would have known? Hypercars at Daytona at night. Okay. Daytona. Road course. We are going nighttime I had a feeling this was coming. I had a feeling that this was coming. I really did. There we go. Auto Animal finally got himself a decent rig. Which one did you go for, mate? Which rig did you go for? Okay. So, well, what do we do? Do we do that? I'm probably is the BMW is quite slow round along bits. A Ferrari. I think I'm going to go with the Ferrari. As much as I want to go with the BMW, I'm going to go with the Ferrari on this one. Alto says it's next level with a Fanatec DD wheelbase and a load cell brake pedal. It is, absolutely is. The once you step up to a direct drive, I tell you, you're never going to want to go back. You're never going to want to go back. It's a lot of money, but boy, does it make a difference. The only issue you've got, it's okay with Gran Turismo, but with some of the other games, you've got to be a little bit careful. I think Fanatec you're okay with, but if you go with the Logitech Pro wheel, the direct drive one, then some of the games you lose True Force. So a lot of the games are not supporting True Force, which is a real pain for me, because I absolutely love the granularity that is part of this wonderful wheel that I've come to adore. I tell you now that Ollie is going to absolutely monster this race. I will be gobsmacked if Ollie doesn't win this one. Although I'm saying that, Grenster's still in the room, and Grenster is a master around this track. So it could be a brilliant one between Grenster and Ollie on this one. I'm going to watch this race, you know. I have decided I'm going to bail on this. I'm going to spectate this one. So I think this is going to be a cracking race. It's a shame we haven't got a few more people in. Still got a lot of people away on holiday. Those of you that normally race with us and are on holiday at the moment, I hope you're all having a cracking time and your travels are safe. I'm missing my yellow truck into that corner. I really wish they'd bring it back. Also, my thoughts are with everybody around the world that are involved with these wildfires that are around the place at the moment. Horrendous stories coming out of Spain at the moment, and I believe the Bordeaux one has subsided. They've got that under control, but hearing this evening that Spain is not looking good at the moment. We could certainly do with some rain in Europe. We did get a little bit at the weekend, which annoyed me, because before I went away I put a couple of new water butts in the garden to catch us some rainwater so that Joe could water plants that need rainwater. And annoyingly, the first bit of rain we had, and one of the pipes wasn't quite in the right position and it didn't fill the water butt. So I went out there thinking, great, we're going to have 2 full water butts of water and we're going to be done for the next couple of weeks. No, I messed up big time. And now we've got to wait until I think Thursday at the moment when we might be the next time we get some rain, although I don't know whether that is going to be the case. I really, really don't. Recrutier, good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you, my friend? He's joining us. Recrutier is joining us. There he is. As I say that, he just jumps into the room. And we got 3 minutes before we go racing. And I am going to untick myself because I am going to spectate this one. And my prediction on this, and I could be completely wrong, but my prediction on this is that we are going to have a very close race. But I reckon that you are going to see Ollie, Grenster up the front. Dong could quite easily be there. Rita, the way that she is racing tonight, could easily be there too. And then it's going to be really tight in the midfield, I think. I reckon. That's a nice little bargain there. Alto, $500 for all those bits. What rig have you mounted it to? Oh, that's Nixie just going around. Mind you, don't rule out... Oh, I love Tom's livery. That's a really nice livery on that car. That's a really nice livery. Yeah, I don't know how Tom's going to go. Tom used to be really quick, and he's only just come back racing with us the last couple of sessions that we've had. So it'll be interesting to see how Tom is going to feature in this. Already he is putting in decent times. Although I say that, Ollie's done a 1:35.1, Diggy a 1:36.0, Tom a 1:38.8. So Tom needs to find another couple of seconds, ideally. Nixie, I'm going off now, guys. Thanks for good. You're welcome, mate. Thank you ever so much for racing with us this evening. Unfortunately, we're losing Nixie now. Thank you for popping in and racing with us, though. Yeah, so pork pies are 1:41. We're yet to see Grens to put a time in, and he's not going to set one here because he is on a 1 second penalty. And I said that we were going to start this one at 10:02, I think. Yeah, sorry, 10 past. So we are going to be going racing in just a moment. We got Ollie in the 963. Tom is also in the 963. Grenster is in the Ferrari 499. The Crucier is in the Ferrari. Rita is in the, I think it's the Porsche 963, isn't it? Dong is in the Porsche as well. Pork Pie is in the GR010 Hybrid. Just as competitive, that one, against these other cars. We've seen that. Stiggy's in the same car, and I am going to be out. So, yeah, we've got Grenster and the Crucier going for the Ferrari. Otherwise, most of the other guys in the 963. So that's going to be pretty exciting to see how this one pans out. It is 10 past. Let's get this one underway, and we'll see how this one unfolds over the next 6 laps. It is nighttime at Daytona National Speedway. We've got the bus stop, we've got the infield, we've got the banked curves, we've got pretty much everything in this one, and it's going to be fun, fun, fun. Have we started? I need to start the race. Let's start the race. Get myself all confused there. Ollie, Tom, Grenster, Crucier, Rita. Why am I in the race? I don't want to be in the race. I don't want to be in the race. I've completely messed up. I've ticked in. I pushed the wrong button while I was jibber-jabbering. I ticked in while I was jibber-jabbering. What I will do is I will pull over to one side very, 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 very quickly. Where am I? Sick. Oh, that's a horrible place to be. Let's exit out there. Yes, I do want to quit. I want to go spectate, and we'll very quickly put some information on, and I'm going to do all this as fast as I possibly can. Right, so Le Crucier is going to be leading us away into the infield section. Tom in second, Dong is in third, Stiggy fourth at the moment, and it's really close behind from basically third onwards. Oh, really, really boxed together. That was a lovely overhead shot from the camera there. Stiggy fifth, Ollie sixth, Rita seventh, Grenster in eighth, and Le Crucier just running away out front at the moment. But I'm pretty sure that this one is going to change as we go through. Ollie has been doing a lot of work with these hypercars. He's put together a hypercar series where we'll be racing multi-class hypercar and GR3. That's going to be coming in the autumn sometime, and Ollie's been doing a lot of work on that, and as you can see, he's already up into 4th place, just going around the outside of Dong there, but Dong's going to get the inside on the way into the bus stop. Dong has got his nose just alongside, so Ollie potentially is going to need to back out. He doesn't. Ollie goes through, Dong backs out of that one. I think it was Dong's corner, but he decided to let Ollie go. And now Ollie's up into 4th place, and it looks like he could even get Tom and Stiggy into one long curve here. He's gone high. Dong coming up underneath. He's got a slipstream. Ollie hasn't got a slipstream. He drops back in to get the slipstream. And there's 4 of them together here. Apology, Tom. Ollie, Dong, and Stiggy. Grenster just off the back. Grenster now looking for a way around the outside. Oh, Grenster hang out to dry on the outside there, putting a couple of wheels onto the grass, and there's another car as well. I think that might, I don't know who that was, going across the grass there. It was a red car, I think. Might have been Rita, I'm not quite sure. There's so much action going on, it's difficult to know where to look in this one, but out front it is Lecroutier out by 2.6. Now, I didn't actually mention Lecroutier when I did my prediction, but 2.6. 2.7 now ahead of Stiggy. Stiggy is at the lead of this group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 cars here. So Stiggy's 0.3 ahead of Dong, who's 0.4 ahead of Ollie, who's 0.4 ahead of Rita, who's 0.1 ahead of Grenster, who's 0.4 ahead of Tom, and then Port Pie 2 down. Oh, Port Pie just recovering from what looked like to be a spin. But Lecroutier in the yellow and red car going very, very, very well. He heads into the bus stop, through that bus stop with no issues whatsoever. Nice clean exit. Gets back up onto the banking. 2.1 ahead, setting purple ×2. Stiggy still at the lead of this little chasing group. 2 seconds behind. This is surprising me a little bit. Ollie just getting onto the back of Dong now, as they head into the first corner. You need to be careful of that barrier on the inside, that you don't cut it too tight and hit that barrier. A lot of people do, or you don't want to go too wide. You've got another car going really wide there. No drama for Stiggy. He's gone through. He's actually closed the gap to the Lecroutier. That's now down to 1.3. So Stiggy closing the gap, and Dong 0.4 behind. Grenster's 0.4 behind Dong, and then it's 0.6 of a second back to Ollie, and 0.8 back to Rita, and then 0.8 to Tom. Poor old Port Pie way off the back of this one. Lecroutier now, he is just bordering on a second, or it's just gone out to 1.2. So some of the deltas ebbing and flowing a little bit as we go through the infill complex. We are on lap 3 of 6. So we've got the banking, we've got the bus stop, we've then got the banking across the line, and then that will be halfway through this race. And at the moment, the Lecroutier is hanging on by 1 second to Stiggy, who is just ahead of Grenster, who's just made a move on Dong to get ahead. So Dong now down into 4th. On your screen, that is Kuznetsov, commonly known as Dong to those of us that know him. And Stiggy setting purple laps. Oh, I don't really want to get commentators curse kicking in here, but Stiggy, please keep it in a straight line. We've seen Stiggy going sideways too many times recently, but he's looking really, really planted and going well. Grenster, that is normally really good around Daytona, taking a look up the inside into the first corner. Can Stiggy get back underneath him? No, he can't. I think Grenster has got that one done. That's compromised Stiggy a little bit, which has put Ollie onto the back of him as well. So, and Ollie has got Dong right into the back of him there. Stiggy becoming a little bit of a bottleneck there. Both Ollie and Stiggy with a bit of a slide on the exit there, and Grenster firmly in second place. He is off to chase down Lecroutier. That gap is coming down all the time. It's now down to 0.8 of a second. So Lecroutier needs to get back into the rhythm, try and get that gap back out to 1 and 1.5 seconds if at all possible. But he's got the quick guys behind him. I did say that Grenster and Ollie would be up front. I was expecting Dong and Rita to be up there too. Stiggy's in fourth though, going really well. He held second for such a long time, but then just got mugged by Ollie and Grenster in quick succession. Recruitier 0.4 ahead now. Grenster's in the slipstream. Grenster's got to move now. He's going to get a lovely slipstream around this corner. He actually goes high. He's not even going for the slipstream. He's trying to do this under raw power. Has he got it? I don't think he's got enough. He's going to be alongside as we go into the first corner, but I think the Recruitier is going to get the inside line. Grenster's going to have to back out of that, but Grenster will get the wider line. He's actually made it. How on earth did Grenster manage to bring that down in front of Recruitier and get that move done? What a really beautiful move that was to take the pole position, not pole position, to take the lead. So it is Grenster out front by 0.2 of a second to Recruitier, who's got Stiggy half a second behind, who's got Ollie right on his back bumper, 0.2 of a second, and Dong is in this one still, 0.8 of a second just off the back. Rita a couple of seconds back now, but Dong, in the grass. That's going to let Rita through. Dong going really, really well, but a rare mistake there. That has changed the order a little bit further back. Grenster 0.6 ahead of the Recruitier at the moment. So I think he got that move done into turn one, but as we come out of the infield section, Grenster showing that he's got the legs for this one. He's 0.684 ahead as I read that. The Recruitier 0.8 ahead of Ollie's. Ollie's got his work cut out. Ollie is 1.3 seconds behind the leader. And I thought that Ollie was going to be one of the guys up here that was going to be pushing for the win. We are on lap 5 of 6. We're going to come across to start lap number 6 in just a moment. And Ollie's got that gap down to just over 1 second. Can he get it under 1 second as he goes across the line? It is pretty much 1 second as they went across the line. He's closing up on the Recruitier really quickly going into the first corner. The Recruitier went a little bit wide and let Ollie through, so Ollie has been released. Ollie is now 1 second behind Grenster. So it is going to be Grenster and Ollie that are going to be out front. The Recruitier in third at the moment. Rita is going well in 3.5 seconds behind in fourth, but she's got Dong all over the back of her, just 0.4 of a second back. And then Stiggy 4 seconds back, and then the rest following behind. But the action is out front and it is frantic. Grenster, there is no problem with fuel. There's no problem with tyres. You can just lean on the tyres as much as you want in this race. Looks like it's white-walled hard tyres for Grenster, but I'm pretty sure that they're not. I think they're all just white tyres in this one. But Ollie 1.1 behind now, so it doesn't look like Ollie's got an awful lot to answer Grenster on this one at the moment as Grenster heads down into the bus stop. We just go on board with Grenster, no dramas through the bus stop. Ollie chasing down, we're on board with Ollie now. He's 0.6 purple. He's closing, but not closing enough. It is going to be Grenster that is going to come across the line to take the win. In just a moment, there he is, 1.1, 1.2 ahead of Ollie in second. Recruitier fought very, 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 very hard, very valiantly is the word I'm looking for, to get a third. Rita with a 5-4 with Dong just lining up beside her. The two TCSRL guys going very, very well. Dong in 5th, Stiggy 6th, Tom 7th. He's just going to come across. So I think Tom might have had a few dramas in that one. And then Pork Pie is going to come across the line to take the 8th position. And your leaders out the front there, Grenster, Ollie and Recruitier, absolutely class of the field and going very, very, very well indeed. Wow, what a race that was. A good one to spectate, if I say so myself. I think I chose a good one. Right. Oh, come on. My fingers are just not working tonight at all. Where are we? We are coming up for 10:30. We've got a couple more to do. Ollie says, dirty air is crazy, saying well done to Grenster. That was some race. That really was some race there. Oh, if you're enjoying the commentary and you want me to do another commentary, give me a double thumbs up in the chat. And I'll do another one. I do like doing the old commentaries. I need to shut my door so I don't disturb Joe. But if you'd like me to do another commentary, give me a double thumbs up. And we'll go for there. Hulky, good evening. Hope your holiday is going well. Hope you're having a good one. Grenster was your winner, a 1:34.213 and the fastest lap. Ollie going well, but couldn't quite close Grenster down. He was just saying there, dirty air in the post-race interview, just saying that the dirty air hampered him a little bit. 1:34.376. And the Gr.x held off for the longest time, but couldn't quite hold off the fast-charging two guys out front. He got a 1:36.174 to come in third. Rita just off the podium in fourth. Dong in fifth. Stiggy sixth. Tom in seventh. Outlaw Port Pie in eighth. And I was a DNF on that one because I jumped out to commentate. Grenster, Ollie, and Gr.x. 1, 2, 3. Grenster says he wants me to race. GR4 at Atlanta. The weather, he wants it cloudy. And we go in GR4s. I might actually run this one. I might do this one and then I'll maybe spectate the next one. And then after that, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to race this one, spectate the next one, and then we'll do an odds to finish off. That's what I think we'll do. That's what I think we'll do. Change car. You know, it's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be. Has to be, has to be, has to be. Ooh. Right. I'm going to change my gloves because the ones I was wearing are absolutely soaking wet. And I've got my jeans on. I really should have put my shorts on tonight. Unfortunately, I've gone jeans. It was a really bad idea. It's a lot warmer in here than I thought it was going to be. Right. Grenster needs to take a break. Hulky says the Genesis is only allowed to drive the wrong way. Oh, well, I'll probably be facing the wrong way at some point in this one, mate. So don't worry about that. Whoa, I need my controller. When are we going to go? I'm going to go at 1:30 for this one. Hopefully that will give Grenster enough time to come back. He's done the right thing. He's disappeared without ticking in, so at least I know that he's not ready. Dong there as well. Hey, William's in. How you doing, William? How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're good. Hope you are good. Tom says, I'm not that good anymore. Last year, I had to deal with an aggressive infection and it's caused panic attacks and still in recovery. Oh, no, mate, that's not good. Oh, hope you are getting better. Don't worry about where you finished. Don't worry about how you're doing. Just racing with us is good enough for me. But I hope you are getting a little bit better. That doesn't sound good at all. A lot of people, including me, going through health issues at the moment. And Gamer Dan is in recovery. Rita's on meds. I'm waiting to see what happens. And a few other people as well. Whoa. again, I'd rather have that than me going through what some of the people are doing with these wildfires. Tom's gone for another of the Golf liveries. He's tucked in behind him at the moment. He's gone defensive already. Oh, he's not gone defensive. I thought he was going defensive. We will take the inside line into this one. I wonder if I got that slowed down, I do not know. Well, we've got a couple of minutes. Now, I don't know why, but just recently I keep winding up on that blue and yellow line on the left-hand side there and skating across the grass, taking out the barriers. Really do not want to be doing that tonight if I can help it. The last 2 or 3 times I've run Atlanta, I've done that. Just trying to take a little bit too much into the first corner. Hope Wills is having some better weather this week. Woo! Got Tom's chasing me down now. I think we're far enough ahead. A very late break for me there. Okay, so where are we? Second at the moment. Oh, bear with me a second. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to lose my jeans and put my shorts on. I'm just getting too hot in this room. Bear with me just a second and I'll be with you. That's better. Oh, I haven't quite stooped to racing shirtless like Gamer Dan does, but have thought about it. Right, where are we? So it is past. Looks like Grenster's not back at the moment. So let's just run this one and hopefully Grenster will be back for the next one. Right, let's go. We've got Ollie, Tom, Greg White has joined us. Good evening, Greg. Lecroutier, me, Rita, Dong, Pork Pie and Stiggy. Good evening to all of you. Let's get this one underway. Good to have Greg back in the room. Greg's been doing some great stuff with the daily races over the last few weeks, and I'm looking forward to getting back into them as soon as I can. That will be after August though. Right, let's see how this one pans out. Oh, okay, slight problem. Worry about that in a minute. This is going to be interesting. I raced in a slipper sock and I didn't realise when I took my jeans off it's pulled my slipper sock off as well. So I've just put my foot on the other throttle. I thought that feels a bit strange. It does feel a bit strange. Oh, this is a bit leery. To let Dong through when I can, although I think he's still with me. Let's just give him some room. go, Dong. Give that place back. Don't want to give back too many places. Right, now let's go. Let's work together. So we've got some catching up to do now. With the fastest lap of 1:35.8. Right, let's see if we can work with Don again. Although he's flying at the moment. Oh no, he's off. I think that's a penalty for Dong. Or did he go so far off? I think he's got away with it actually. Right, Stiggy, Tom, Ollie, just up ahead. 4.3 to Stiggy. There's out front. On lap 2 of 6. Let's go. Oh, a bit careful into here. Up and over the top. Whoa. Tom and Ollie having a battle side by side through the final corner. Ollie just ahead on the exit. Almost into the grass again there. My nemesis at the moment. I keep doing it. I don't know why. 3.2 to the guys in front. They are really moving. Dong 0.4 behind. I think we're going to need some sort of incident up front to enable us to close up enough. We'll go for it and see what we can do, but no, we're off in the grass. And he's going to put Dong on the back of me, and a half-second penalty into the bargain. Just pushing as much as we can. See you later, Hulky. Enjoy the rest of your holiday, mate. Looking forward to getting back into the BTCC next week when Hulky's back. Right, we're 3.5 back from Tom. Still not making any headway at all. In fact, they're moving away, and we are going to be doing a penalty this time around. So that's not going to be good. Almost into the grass there again. Struggling with the grip at the moment. It's a real shame to see those cars up ahead. Just can't close. Still 3.5. We will be into second loss in a moment when we do this penalty. The thing is, those guys have got slipstream working together. Right, Dong will go through almost definitely. Oh, he's giving me a bump. Thank you, Don. Oh. Slightly overcooked it into that corner. Looks like Tom might have had a moment. That time has dropped a little bit, and Stiggy's just dropped off the back of Ollie too. I'm going quickly still, 0.258. It's only a quarter of a second. Tom just in front as the sun comes out. 1.4 down the road. Ollie's 6 seconds down the road, so Ollie's got this one in the bag, I think, but Stiggy is chasing. Tom in third. Can he hold on for third? I've got 1 lap to try and close. Don 1.2 behind me. Let's not go too mad into here. Pushing over the top. 1 second as we go across the start finish line. So that was 0.684 faster. Oh, I got a big old slide, dirty air there. Oh, I did not want to grip at all. Compensate for that into that corner. 0.8, 0.7, 0.8. It's ebbing and flowing. 0.7 with 0.142. Purple again. Greg with the fastest lap at the moment. We got the two guys out front locked together in battle. Oh, really pushing this. I'm on the grass. Really trying to push it as much as I can. I think that might be a penalty. It is. That is it. I won't catch College or Tom now. We gave it everything we could. Alas, it wasn't enough to get the podium place. Still going blues. I think Tom's actually catching the guys out front as well. Well done, Tom. Nice one. Well done, my friend. Ho, 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 ho. I'm actually gonna take my socks right off, I think, because I've got really itchy feet tonight. Really itchy feet. What did I do with my other sock then? There it is, tucked inside my jeans, as I thought it was. There we go. Right. Oh. Gren Star, I return. I hope the Gr.x combo was enjoyable for all of the visuals. It was good. They've all been great combos tonight. Really enjoyed all of them. I really have enjoyed all of them tonight. So we're going for one more, which I'm going to spectate this one because I want to, just because I want to, and then we'll do an odds. So Tom says you closed that gap pretty well. I was fighting, but the penalty got me at the end. I was just really pushing hard. Unfortunately, I got into Stiggy, I think it was early on. I had to back out, give the place back, and then it was a case of trying to find my way through, and then needed to close that one up. Right, so the result: Ollie was your winner with a 126.075. Stiggy in second with a 126.599, and Tom in third with a 126.539. I got fourth with that 1 second penalty. almost getting into the clutches of Greg White, who was in 5th and the fastest lap of 1:26.053. He's really loving that Scirocco right now. Grenster in, sorry, Dong in 6th, Lecroutier 7th, Outlaw Port Pie 8th, and Rita 9th in that one. So Rita has been going really well to start off with, and clearly Lando has had his pudding and he's left for the evening. So now we're back to racing with Rita. I jest, of course. She was going great earlier on. Unbelievable. I couldn't get anywhere close to my teammates. She was gone. Right, Ollie, Stiggy, and Tom. You're 1, 2, 3. Where are we? So, Ollie, I need a combo, please. McGann is a BYD now. I'm a bit confused. Build your dreams. Sanquar B, GR1. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sanquar B in a GR1. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I know that Ollie's got a thing about GR1s at the moment, but that is going to be an interesting one. Ollie says, honestly, don't hate it till you try it. Going to be interesting. Rita's saying cheeky. I mean it in the nicest possible way, my friend. I don't mean it rudely at all. And I know that you take that in the full spirit, and I know that you'll give as good as you get. Oh, you were on fire earlier on, Rita. Absolutely flying. It was great to see. In fact, both Dong and Rita from TCSRL, they both run at TCSRL, were just on the podium all the time to start with. Unbelievable racing from the pair of them. It really did look fantastic. And right, I need to let everybody know when we are starting this one. So we are starting at 10 to the hour on this one. And then after this, we'll be doing Nords, and then that will be the last one, I'm afraid. Yes, so we got Ollie's going in the Porsche again. Tom is also in the Porsche. Greg's gone for the GR10 hybrid. Interesting. Grenster is in the Ferrari. Lovely sounding car, that. Port Pie's in the GR10, as is Stiggy. We wait to see what Lecroutier, Rita, and Dong will race in for this one. We've got 5 minutes. Let's just go on board and spectate with Ollie and being chased by Grenster at the moment. So this is Porsche versus Ferrari. That Ferrari has just the most amazing sound to it, as that is turbos or whatever it, something, the motors or whatever it wind up. It's absolutely incredible to listen to. I'm still waiting for the update to see whether PD do anything with the BMW, because I hear that the BMW is down on power, which is why it's a little bit slow on the straights and potentially doesn't wind in the electric boost. I don't know if there's any truth in that, but just some of the things that I heard. We will have to wait and see. 19 of you still watching the stream. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please smack the like button for this one. It will really be great. And if you haven't already, pop in the chat and just say hello. Let us know how you're doing, what you're doing, whether you're on holiday or chilling, working, or as Rory Alexander was saying, winning. He doesn't say that very much anymore, does it? We might do, but I don't hear him say winning very much just lately. But there's a few people on holidays at the moment. Hulky's on holiday. He's in his caravan somewhere in the UK, I would assume. William is a little bit further away. He's down in New Zealand at the moment, enjoying the weather down there. It was raining on Friday, which is why I sort of say that. Nice and warm here in the UK. Did rain a little bit on Sunday, I think it was, Saturday or Sunday, but we're back to more dry weather. Hopefully we'll get some wet weather very, very, very soon. We certainly need it for the gardens. Everything all looking a bit dry, and certainly around Europe I think they're desperate for some rain for the fires that we've got going on at the moment. And as I said earlier on, my best wishes go to everybody that is lives close to these fires, and also those people on holiday that are having to make alternative arrangements to get home or alternative accommodation. And I used to holiday around Bordeaux when I was very much younger, and can only imagine what the wildfires are like down there at the moment. Right, where are we? We're 47, so we've got a little bit of time. So Ollie, we saw, as I said, Ollie's doing the GR1 stroke GR3 multicast championship he's putting together at the moment. So Ollie really fancying these GR1 cars at the moment, in particular the new hybrids that a lot of people are really, really enjoying. Unfortunately, no BMW out tonight, or the Peugeot, which is a little bit of a shame. Tom, I think, is in the Porsche. Stiggy also in, he's in the G10. That's the Toyota G10. So this is the different car, this one. The others are all the new, one of the 4 or 5 new cars that came out in one of the recent releases. The Gr.10 we do allow to run with the hypers because it is very, very, very similar indeed. And a lot of people have got the Gr.10, whereas they haven't got the other hyper cars. You just saw Stiggy pulling a move on Stiggy there. Oh, sorry, Stiggy pulling a move on Tom there. As me doing a Murray Walker, slip of the tongue, getting myself all tongue-tied. I do like the livery of Tom's car. He's run Golf liveries, I think, most of the time tonight. Been very, very, very nice indeed. Dong in the Aston Martin livery. First time I've seen one of these hypercars decked out in an Aston Martin livery. 007 is James Bond. Have I got to do the dun 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 dong 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 dong? Yeah, you didn't see that. You didn't see that one coming or hear that one coming, did you? There we go. Yeah, so Dong is in the Porsche as well. Greg is in the G10. Oh, just smacking the barrier with a 2-second penalty there. And Lecroutier also going for the Porsche. So the Porsche, I'm led to believe, is one of the more forgiving and sort of easier cars to drive in the game. Personally, I want the BMW to be good, but the Ferrari, I just cannot get enough of the sound of that awesome Ferrari engine. It does sound absolutely stonkingly wonderful. Right, so we've got Ollie in the 963, Tom in the 963, Greg is in the GR10, Grenster is in the Peugeot 9X8, so somebody has jumped in the Peugeot. Lecroutier is in the 963, Rita's in the Ferrari 499, Dong is in the Porsche 963, Port Pie's in the G10, as is Stiggy. Let's get this one underway. I am going to commentate this one, and we'll see how we go. Lecroutier is saying this Porsche doesn't turn. Ooh, now is not the time to shout that out. You had the chance to change your car, but alas, the time has now gone. Let's get some information on. So we are at Saint-Quentin. The sun is out. We're waiting for the lights to come on. And it is going to be Grenster that is going to lead us away with Lecroutier on the front with 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are go at Saint-Quentin. Grenster getting a run, but I tell you what, Rita got a blinding start off of the line. Anticipated the lights beautifully there. I think that Lando must have finished his tea, and he's sitting next to us saying, right, Rita, go now. But unfortunately, she's since that got mugged. So maybe Lando's thrown the mug of coffee at her, and she's got mugged into the first couple of corners. It's Grenster who is leading us away, 0.8 of a second ahead of Stiggy, who's got Greg White with him, and Rita just off the back. And then just behind Rita is Ollie. This is gonna be frantic, this one. There's some nice long straights where these guys can really open up this car, and then some beautiful corners where they can really let the aero kick in and sweep through the corners. But then there are also some very tight corners where they're going to need to get it slowed down, turned, and get back onto the power. This is one of them. They need to be a little bit careful they don't hit the barrier on the way out. We've got Greg White and Stiggy side by side. Stiggy leaving Greg White just enough room there. A little bit of a tap on the way through to say, I'm here. And Stiggy jumps in behind Greg. But as we go through the right-hander, Stiggy's got the inside. He's also going to have the inside for the tight right-hander. I think he's going to get this one done, or is Greg going to sweep around the outside? I don't believe it. They're still side by side, these two. And Greg White does actually still hold on to second place. Side-by-side action between those two. They are really respectful and great racing from those pair. Gr.x out front in the Peugeot, 0.8 of a second ahead of Greg White, who's chasing in the G10. He has got Stiggy 0.4 behind, Ollie is 0.4 back, and then we're 1.8 back, but Stiggy hard into the wall and Ollie into the back of Stiggy as well. Ollie could do nothing about that one as Stiggy was just bouncing off of the wall on the exit of that corner. That has reset the top three, so it is now Gr.x from Greg White, from Ollie, and then Stiggy down into fourth. Rita is in fifth. She's closed up, just 0.4 ahead behind Stiggy, but she's got her fellow TCS racer behind her in sixth, and just 0.2 of a second as those two just drop back ever so slightly from Stiggy, who's now got a 1.2 gap as these two guys are fighting. You did see there that Rita was setting the purple lap time, so she is clearly pushing. Oh, we've got a car heavily into the barrier there. That's Stiggy. Oh no, Stiggy piling it into the barrier there. We just saw him recovering. So he is now out of this one, and Gr.x has now got Greg White all over the back of him. Just 0.2 of a second. Greg White will have a beautiful slipstream down through here. Greg White in the GR10, Gr.x in the Peugeot. Peugeot isn't necessarily one of my favourite of the hypercars. Don't see it too much other than those guys that want a bit of a challenge. Maybe that is what Gr.x has done in this one. He's gone for a little bit of a challenge to see what he can do. Ollie in the Porsche. Oh, both Gr.x and Greg White getting really loose back ends. Ollie will have seen that. He's seen there's an opportunity to close up. But Gr.x setting purple lap times. This could be a fastest lap, but no, he's into the wall, across the grass, and that's going to allow Greg White to sweep past on the left-hand side. Ollie couldn't quite get through, but he's going to cut underneath. Can he get that done? He does. He gets it beautifully done. Gr.x losing 2 places in 2 corners, all because of a smack on the wall and into the bit of the grass, and Greg White and Ollie punishing Gr.x there, good and proper. So it is Greg White and Ollie, 1 and 2, 0.4, splitting those two guys out front. Gr.x is 1 second behind, and then we're 0.6 back to Dong, who is ahead of Gr.x, and Rita's dropped back to 6th at the moment, 3 seconds behind Gr.x. She is some 19 seconds ahead of Tom, who's got Port Pie right on his back bumper, and Stiggy, after that huge accident into the barrier, he is still running, but he's just off the back in 9th at the moment. There he is. So these three running together on Port Pie with that half-second penalty. Out front, though, Greg has managed to get past, and he's now in clean air and running really nicely. He's got a gap to Ollie of 1.4 seconds, and Ollie has gapped Gr.x by an equal amount, 1.36, 1.4 at the moment. So the movers here are Greg White and Ollie, and Greg is absolutely going beautifully in that G10, just cutting across the curb and the grass there really nicely, no dramas whatsoever. Sweeps around to the left, cuts across to the right hand side, lets it drift out to the outside of the corner, back across to the right to open up this left hander. Beautiful running through here as we go down through this little like snaky essy bit. He's going to keep over to the left. Oh, it sweeps across to the right, coming down the hill. We've now got the tight right-hander. He goes across to the curb, swings it across the curb, Hopefully he'll stay out of the wall. He does beautifully. Ollie stays out of the wall too, but oh, he got a wheel on the grass there, and the back of the car just saying, whoa, hang on, Ollie. I don't like being on the grass. Please don't do that again, as it stepped out. But Ollie gathered that up really, really, really nicely. Lost a couple of tenths of a second, I think, to Greg, and he's on the grass again. So Ollie not listening to the car. He's getting those tyres on the grass to try and open up these corners as much as possible and close down that gap. It's 1.2 seconds, and it is 3.6 to Grenster behind. Grenster seems to be falling away at this point. He's actually setting red times at the moment. He's some 5 seconds off the lead at the moment, whereas he was leading away for a while in this one. And if he's not careful, he's going to have Dong close up behind him, especially if he gets an exit of that corner and going at the start of the bridge, almost into the wall there. You saw the car squirming around all over the place as he tried to get the power down, and Dong closing up to 5 seconds. We've still got, 2.5 laps to run, so plenty of time. Dong could quite easily close that one up, and Lecroutier is only 3 behind, but Dong is on the move here. He's actually really got the bit between his teeth, and he's going really, really, really well. Out front, Greg White with a 1.7 second advantage over Ollie in second. Ollie's pushing hard at the moment. He's 4.4 ahead of Grenster, who is now 5.2 ahead of Dong. So Grenster is pushing hard. He can't afford any more mistakes, otherwise Dong is going to be getting into the back of him, which he's not going to want the pressure from behind. He keeps it off the grass through that corner. The car almost getting air as it went across the curb on the outside of that corner. He keeps it out of the wall beautifully. So Grenster got into the rhythm, going nicely in the Peugeot right now. But Ollie is 5.4 down the road, and he's 1.4 behind Greg. These two out front seem to be trading times at the moment. Every time I keep looking, it is 1.3, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, 1.3. As I say that, I'm lying now. We've done another Murray Walker because Ollie closes down to 1 second. So that's me turning around and saying that these guys are swapping lap times, and suddenly it's all changed. But Ollie gets it a little bit wide, almost into the barrier there, and again the car squirming on the grass, and that gives Greg White another 4 tenths of a second advantage. So all of that good work that Ollie was doing has just been undone. He's just clattered into the barrier as well, which I think is going to cost him even more time. He's really close to the barrier there to try and open up the corner as much as he can. But Greg White now 1.8, 1.9 as Ollie tries to push as hard as he can and use all of the track. I think he's rubbing the barriers a little bit too much, and that is giving Greg the opportunity to romp away in this one. We'll just enjoy watching Greg bring this one home as he goes through this little SC section. Beautiful section this when you get it hooked up nicely. It's lovely when you come off that corner, as long as you don't get into the barrier and then down into the last corner. Greg got everything really under control. He's going to come home nearly 2 seconds. Ollie closing up as we cut to the line there. 1.6 seconds between those two, and then we get on to the final lap. So I was getting so excited then I thought that was the last lap. So Ollie has now got another few miles to close this one down. Grenster, no idea how the Peugeot would do, only gave it a lap. Yeah, Grenster's struggling. He's 6.5 seconds behind the Peugeot. I did say there's a lot of people, you don't often see the Peugeot, and I think people jump into this car when they want a bit of a challenge. And I think when you've got Greg, Ollie and Grenster in the same room, that's not the time to try and put yourself onto a bit of a challenge. But who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? The gaps at the moment as we come down to the bottom part of the race circuit to start the final couple of sectors, the second half of the last lap. We got Greg White is 1.2 ahead of Ollie, who is 8.2 ahead of Grenster. who looks to be going very slow out of that corner. Dong closing up 3.2, 3.1. He's 5.6 ahead of Gr.x. Rita's 12 seconds back, and then Stiggy further 8. 1 back to College of Tom, and then 5 back to Pork Pie in this one. But a few little battles going on, but the main battle at the front here is Gr.x and Ollie. 1.5 seconds between these two, and as I said, I think they're pretty much been trading places. We are coming across to finish this one. Gr.x has got one last corner. He keeps it nice and easy, runs to the line. He's going to bring this home as Ollie clouts the wall one last time, and Gr.x is going to come across the line half a second ahead of Ollie, and then Ollie has got Gr.x 9.9 behind, and then Gr.x has actually got Dong catching him. It's going to be 2 seconds to Dong on the line, 2.1 actually. And then Gr.x is going to be 15 seconds back, just coming down to take the final corner there. And he's going to come across the line for a fine 5th, again kicking up the dirt on the way through. And then Rita's going to come across the line to take 6th place. And then a little bit further back is going to be Stiggy with a half-second penalty, but that isn't going to affect him too much because Tom is a full 5 seconds behind. He's going to come across in that beautiful Golf livery car. And then Pork Pie, respect to Outlaw Pork Pie, going to come across to take 9th position for this particular race. Gr.x says the Peugeot has marvellous top speed, not great acceleration or turning. And Ollie, I didn't notice the GR10 was that quick. It is. The GR10 is on equal par with the hybrid cars. There's quite a few people when the hybrids came out, and people saying, "Oh, I haven't got enough credits for the hybrids." A lot of people were saying, "Run the GR10 because it is just as good." And I think we just saw that Gr.x, the GR10 is perfect in his hands, and unfortunately, Ollie didn't seem to have any answer for it at the end there. Like I said, pretty much trading lap times, although I did notice that Ollie was catching the wall on 2 or 3 occasions there, and I think that gave Gr.x probably about half a second to a second. So I don't know how close they were at the end there. Half a second. So I think the main difference between Gr.x and Ollie could well have been those barrier touches, possibly. Who knows? Gr.x, your winner and the fastest lapper, 1:51.170, the only one in the 1:51s. The only other person to come close was Ollie in second with a 1:52.0. Gr.x in third with a 1:53.6. Dong in fourth, Gr.x 5th, Rita 6th, Stiggy 7th, and Tom in 8th, and Outlaw Pork Pie in 9th. Top 3 for that one, Gr.x, Ollie, and Gr.x. Right, I'm going to make a decision on this one. I'm going to load the settings. We're going to pick up the Nordschleifer, and we're going to be going for 1 lap around here because time is getting on. And I'm going to run the only GR car other than the Bs. We haven't done the GR2s, so I'm going to run the GR2 around this one. And I am going to start this one when I've got enough people saying that they are ready. So yeah, which car? It's going to have to be the NSX, isn't it? I think it's going to have to be the Honda. I could go with something different. Yeah, let's do it. Right, so bare feet on the pedals for the first time. This could be interesting. Could be very interesting. So Ollie's gone for the NSX. I have. Rita has. Well, at the moment, everybody except for Stiggy. So Stiggy's going to be leaning on that RS5 Turbo DRS button. Otherwise, it's all NSXs so far. Rita's ready. Stiggy's ready. Dong's ready. Ollie's ready. So we've got a lot of people saying they're ready. Gr.x is saying he needs to practice these GR1s. So we got Ollie in the NSX. Tom's in the NSX. Greg's in the NSX. So is Lacroutier, so am I, so's Rita, so's Dom. The only difference is we've got Pork Pie in the Lexus and we've got Stiggy in the Audi. I think most people are ready. I think we're ready to go. Let's go. Last one tonight, guys, I am afraid. Oh, what a night of racing we've had. Gee, these pedals feel weird in bare feet. I can feel all the little nodules in the pedals. Right, let's go. Let's see what we can do around here. Good luck, everybody. Great racing tonight. Really great racing. Loved every minute of it. Ollie's going to lead us away. Tom second, Greg third, Lacroutier fourth. I'm lining up fifth ahead of Rita, Dong and Pork Pie. Oh, I got a terrible reaction to the lights there. Oh, car on the inside there. Still on the inside. So, Ollie out front, Greg White second, Tom in third. Sorry about rubbing my nose. I have got the itchiest nose you can imagine now. Is not the time to sneeze. I surely hope I don't. I forgot to put my gloves on as well. So I'm normally running racing gloves. Oh! Wow. Oh, we're off. Oh, what a big off that was. We've got some catching up to do. Oh, don't get in the wall. Where's Rita? We've got a yellow flag up, but let's just wait for Tom. Where's Tom? Here he is. He's going. Go, Rita. Let's go. Oh, 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 oh. Let's go, boys and girls. Come on, let's go. Oh, Tom's got a big penalty. Where's Tom? I've lost him. Oh, 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 just, oh, yeah, just rammed poor Rita round hard. That wasn't good. I took my eyes off the screen for a moment and suddenly Rita was sitting there. Right, go Rita. Let's go. Right, Mitchell, pay attention. Let's not look at the chat. Oh, Rita and Tom getting into each other there. I think we're playing bumper cars at the back here. Oh no. I think that was all on me. I think that was all on me. I think I caught the back of Rita, touched her and pushed her into Tom. Go on, Tom, go. That was all on me, that one. These guys are going to be finished before we've even got halfway around at this rate. Where's Tom? Oh, Tom's given up. Go, Rita. It's you and me, kiddo. She goes slow. Right, let's concentrate. Oh no. Have a good carousel there. When you're up behind Rita, it really is a lesson in defence and attack. She defends so well, it's so hard to find a way through. Oh, especially when you do that. Sometimes I'll try different lines behind Rita to try and find a way through, but then you wind up doing what I've just done and put it off the track because you've gone for a slightly different line but not adjusted the speed accordingly. Oh. Oh. I've decided I don't like driving in bare feet. It's not good. It's cooler, but it's not good. Oh, these wheels fight me. Greg White, Ollie Poutier, 1, 2, 3, Dong in 4th, Sticky 5th, Foot Pie 6th, and Rita and I pulling up the back, and poor old Tom gave it up. Apologies to Tom, it was a bit too much for him. Whoa! Let's steal it on the line. Oh dear, 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 dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. What a race. It looked good out front. A bit of a mess at the back, but never mind. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's just share the replay so we'll have a look and see what we missed. Oh dear. Yeah, I tagged 1 or 2 people in that one, and I do love it when I'm tucked up behind Rita trying to find a way past, because she is the ultimate defensive racer, and trying to find a way through is so hard. And with that one, I was trying different lines and then just got myself into deep trouble. But there we go. There we go. Right, let's have a little look. So your winner was Greg, 7:23.387. Ollie in second, Lecroutier in third, Dong fourth, Stiggy fifth, Outlaw Pork Pie sixth, and Rita and I bringing up the rear there, both finishing up in the pits. Although I've stopped in the pits, it looks like she's gone out for another run. Somebody needs to tell Rita that's it. We're done. We're done. We're done. she's gone round on her own, I think, again. But I am done for tonight, I am afraid. And we will be back tomorrow. All being well, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock with probably some more randomised races. I'm going to get the randomiser out tomorrow. So expect some road cars, expect whatever to come out. It will be races that we've done, but some great races tonight. Really, really enjoyed that one. And Rita says, well, that is what I call a dodgy race. Maybe rerun on Wednesday night. Oh, but there we go. Ollie says, thanks all, been brilliant. It has been great. I thoroughly enjoyed it tonight. It's been really, really good. Right, have yourselves a great morning, evening, night, afternoon, day, whatever you're doing. Have a good one. Stay safe. Those of you who are on holiday, I hope you have a great holiday and your travels are safe and that you're nowhere near these fires that are out there. And if you are near any of the fires, then stay safe and look after yourselves, and hopefully you will get home safe and sound. And yeah, I will be back at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Are we going to get a lovely GTR? Oh no, I thought there might have been a Lamborghini or the Million in there, but alas, it didn't happen. Are we surprised? Nah. Right, catch you later, guys. Bye bye. See ya.